chicken jockey. Sorry, I just had to start the video like that. Thanks for tuning in. Let's roll the video.
Chicken jockey.
A Minecraft movie is just as bad as you think it is, but we still do have to talk about it, so let's just jump right into this thing. But as always, before we get started, if you're new here, my name is Erin and I talk all things movies and TV, but really mostly movies, so if you're into that sort of thing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. It would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you like my videos, I would appreciate if you like this video as well. And of course, if you've already seen the movie, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below, especially if you are a Minecraft fan, because I really want to know your thoughts on it, because this review will be coming from someone who hasn't played the Minecraft games and doesn't consider themselves a Minecraft fan and has no attachment to this IP at all. So I really want to know what the true Minecraft fans think of this movie, because at the end of the day, this movie was made for them. But anyways, now that that is out of the way, let's talk about a Minecraft movie. Now let me start this review by saying I am well aware that I am not the target audience for this film. I have never played the games, and as you can probably tell, I am not a child, which is who this movie is targeted towards, the fans of the game and kids. So in my opinion, and let me repeat that again, in my opinion, I don't think this is a good movie, but if you enjoyed this film, that's completely okay as well. Let's just not be a jerk about it in the comments. We good? Okay, let's talk about this thing. So in a Minecraft movie, we follow a group of 4 characters played by Sebastian Eugene, Emma Myers, Jason Momoa, and Danielle Brooks as they get transported into the Minecraft world and must work with Jack Black's character, who is Steve, to save it and find a way out. Jumping right into the good, and the first thing I have here is the man Steve himself, Jack Black. Now let's be honest, Jack Black just played Jack Black in this movie, and some people might find that annoying, but I'm a huge fan of Jack Black, so I don't think I'll ever get tired of him. He had so many little one-liners that have just been stuck in my head ever since I've seen this movie. One of them, of course, being chicken jockey, just the way he said that. I've been thinking about it ever since I've seen this movie, which kind of annoys me because I didn't like this movie, so the fact that I'm still thinking about this movie just because of the way he said chicken jockey just kind of gets on my nerves a little bit, but it was funny, so you have to give credit where credit was due. So I guess if there's one good thing that's going to come out of this movie, it's going to be the memes that it gives the internet. But anyways, whether a movie is good or bad, if it has Jack Black doing Jack Black things in it, I just can't hate on that. Even if it isn't all that funny, he is still just such a fun personality to watch on screen. But honestly, I just feel like they put Jack Black on set and said, hey, do whatever you want and we'll put it in the movie. And I could say that same thing about Jason Momoa, because he pretty much just screamed every other scene in this movie, and that is not an exaggeration. It just looked like him and Jack Black were allowed to do and say whatever they wanted to, and I guess the good thing about it is it did look like they were having fun playing these over-the-top roles. Next up for the good is the visuals. Now, this wasn't a visual masterpiece by any means, but I can't sit here and lie and say the Minecraft world that they created didn't look good, because it did. Even though I'm not familiar with this world like at all, I thought all of the different creatures and characters they created using visual effects looked pretty dang good. And usually it can look bad when you put real life humans in a CGI/cartoon world, but it just didn't here. Now, yes, you could obviously tell on certain scenes that they were just on a blue/green screen, but overall, the visuals were solid and actually kind of shocked me. Moving on to the so-so, and the only thing I have here is the humor. Now, again, I'm completely aware that I was not the target audience for this humor. They were trying to make kids laugh and not people like me laugh. But with that said, this movie did get some chuckles out of me. It mainly came from when Jack Black said, chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
And as much as I don't like this movie, I'm just gonna have to live with the fact that that phrase is going to be stuck in my head for the rest of my life. However, outside of those couple of lines that kind of made me chuckle from Jack Black, this movie was just kind of painfully unfunny for me. And I know this humor was targeted towards kids, but even the kids in my theater weren't laughing all that much, and honestly, it seemed like they were very disinterested in what was happening on screen. At the end of the day, it's your slapstick, silly, over-the-top humor that has a couple of moments here and there, but overall just falls flat. And finally, getting into the bad, and the first thing I have here is easily the story. Now, let me clear this up and say no, I did not not expect a Minecraft movie to have a super deep, compelling story. That's just not what this movie is. But my big problem with it was that it started telling a story in the beginning, but then completely forgot about that story throughout the entire movie. So outside of our main quest, there were a couple of problems that our characters were dealing with in the real world, and they introduced those problems in the beginning of this film. But once we got into the Minecraft world, it just kind of felt like they said, hey, from here on out, jokes only. And at the most random times, they would come back to those storylines and briefly mention them because it felt like they had to, but then after that, they would get right back to the jokes. There was also this overarching theme of being imaginative and different, and that didn't really work at all either. Plus, on top of that, Emma Myers and Danielle Brooks' characters kind of got sidelined for a lot of this movie, in my opinion, to a point where I kind of forgot what those two characters were up to at certain times in this movie. But anyways, that just made it clear that they didn't really care about the story in this movie, and this is clearly the most blatant cash grab there is. But as bad as this movie is, it's still going to make boatloads of money because of how big that Minecraft IP is. And I'll be honest, that does make a little part of me sad, because in a world where people are complaining about not getting any original movies, the films that make the most money are the sequels and the IPs. And that tells the studios that no one is going to see the original movies that they put out. So why should they keep putting money into making those movies if no one is going to see them? But I won't get into that because that is a video for a whole different day. And the final thing I have for the bad, and this is something that I've kind of been mentioning throughout this entire review, but if you're not under the age of 12 or you didn't grow up playing the Minecraft games and you're not a fan of Minecraft, then you simply just aren't the target audience for this movie. This was made to entertain kids and has the nostalgia bait for older fans who grew up playing the games, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let's be honest, there was probably lots of Easter eggs and references that went straight over my head but made them love the movie, and that's really what it's all about at the end of the day. But if you're someone like me who has zero attachment to the Minecraft IP and couldn't tell you a single thing about it outside of chicken jockey, sorry, I had to do that one more time before I ended this review. I just couldn't help myself.
Chicken jockey.
But as I was saying, if you're not a fan of Minecraft at all, I can pretty confidently say that you probably won't like this movie. So all in all, this is a bad movie. You can definitely have your fun with it, but outside of Jack Black being Jack Black, there's not much more this movie has to offer. It's made for the Minecraft fans, and they'll probably get a kick out of it, but the only thing that worked for me in this movie was chicken jockey. Haha, you thought I wasn't gonna say it again, but I found a way to say it again. Anyways, those are my thoughts on a Minecraft movie. Be sure to let me know what you thought of the movie down in the comments, and as always, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, get your Eazy Apparel at shopeasyapparel.com. God bless, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Chicken jockey.